Hey guys, Josh Conan, strength and conditioning coach here at Competitive Edge Skating and Strength Training. In this week's video, we're going to talk about a phrase or even a concept that should be taken out of 99% of weight rooms, and that is how much do you blank. So how much do you squat, how much do you bench, how much do you, the list goes on, name any exercise. And this is mainly people's focus because they're not really conceptualizing why the exercise is put in a program or why they're doing an exercise that they've prescribed themselves. So a lot of people want to put as much weight on the bar as they can and move it, which is fine. Adding weight to barbells or dumbbells or any exercise is a good sign of developing strength, but a lot of people are sacrificing that at the extent of the quality of their movement or their rep. So I love the expression quality over quantity. How often do you hear people, how easy do your squats look? What's your depth like? Do your knees track over your toes? Do they go outside or do they cave in? You never hear people talking about that because movement isn't the standard. Weight is a standard. And if you go on Instagram or anything like that, you'll see it. Everyone's posting PRs versus people training their mobility in their ankles. It's going to be a lot more fun to watch someone set a personal record on something, get as many unbroken muscle ups as they could versus training their ankles. But those are the things that are going to have the biggest carryover versus the latter. So what this means is people are sacrificing even straining muscles, tearing anything, or severely hurting themselves just so they can say they did 5 extra pounds on an exercise versus checking the ego. Oh, I didn't perform that exercise to the best technique that I could have. I maybe need to drop the intensity or the reps in order to get the full benefit of this exercise. So the only two athletes that should be maxing out or knowing what their 1 rep max is are powerlifters and Olympic weightlifters, because that is their sport. Unless it is your sport, you have no reason to be maxing out. And then you could say, but what about periodization or percentage work, which is fine if that's what you're being prescribed or if that's what you're prescribing others, that's great. But with the percentages, that's always going to be relative because you might be weaker on some day. What was your recovery like? What was your stress like the day before? So it's always going to be relative, so you need to be focused on a training max. So this is going to be the best and heaviest weight you can do until there is mechanical or technical breakdown in your form or technique. So that should be the measure we are using, is how often or how long or how heavy can you do an exercise with pristine, perfect technique until it breaks down. That's when we need to stop versus, okay, but I've maybe been able to push out 5 more pounds if I kind of maybe rounded my back and really drove up. So make sure you guys are kind of conceptualizing or thinking about one or times where you have pushed a little too much and gone too heavy at the extent of sacrificing your technique if that wasn't getting caught by a coach. If you guys would like to make sure that you are progressing in the right manner, make sure you guys go to our website at ceskating.com. Sign up for our Sunday email. This will get words of wisdom for your week, as well as our training class schedule for the entire week. Also, make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.